Welcome back to ATVN. Whether or not you call it a fluke, the USC Trojans are on a roll, and after a huge victory in Seattle, the Trojans are now ranked number 13 in the college football playoff rankings. USC now looks ahead to the epic matchup against their crosstown rival, UCLA Bruins. The Trojans are now riding a 6-game win streak and are not only led by quarterback Sam Darnold, but by a red-hot defense that has begun to look unstoppable and giving teams nightmares. As I mentioned, the Trojan defense is absolutely fantastic. In this win streak, the Trojans have allowed only 343 total yards and 2 touchdowns per game throughout this stretch. Oh, and I forgot to mention, each team who has faced and eventually lost to the Trojans has walked away with their lowest point total of the year. USC will try to win their 46th game in the historic rivalry and retain the victory bell this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The USC women's volleyball team will make their final homestand this weekend when they get a visit from Oregon and Oregon State. And with 4 games left in the regular season, Coach Mick Haley wants to finish the season strong.
We've had more trouble at home, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm about ready to think it's distractions, not focused and preparing, but we can't afford not to be prepared for this weekend.
Of Troy will play their final 2 home games of the season this weekend at the Galen Center. The men's water polo team picked up an absolutely monumental win over the #1 UCLA Bruins and will now face the Stanford Cardinal in the first round of the MPSF tournament.
Stanford are playing really good water polo at the moment. They pushed UCLA and came within 1 goal, and they were really competitive with Cal on the weekend, so we're going to expect a really hard game against them. You know, they were really challenging to play up there earlier in the season, but they have a really young team and they've come a long way. So, you know, we're going to have to study them, and you know, it's going to be a really good challenge coming up.
Much like the football team, the water polo team is riding a great win streak that now stands at 12 wins and will look to extend that to lucky number 13 and carry that momentum into the rest of the postseason. The Trojans and the Cardinal will face off this Friday in Westwood. After weeks and weeks of waiting, the world will finally get to see what first overall pick Jared Goff can do. Today, the Los Angeles Rams announced that Goff will start this Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. It's been a while since we have seen Goff in action, so let's briefly review LA's new starting QB. Goff graduated from the University of California at Berkeley, where he had over 12,000 passing yards and 96 touchdowns in his career with the Bears. This will be his first NFL start. Batman vs. Superman was another Hollywood dud in the long list of DC comic movies. However, what I saw this weekend not only was a tad strange, but would definitely give Ben Affleck a run for his money. Now this is Batman vs. Superman that I would have wanted to see. This is during a Houston Rockets basketball game, and look at these youngsters going after it. They battle it out, but in the end, Rockets mascot Clutch awards a tie. No 5-year-old ever enjoys tying, so they decide to hit Clutch right in the soft spot and run away. And guys, that is something you do not see every day.
You know, it's adorable, and I love it, Jeff.
I think Batman and Superman came out victorious in that one.